Remember that Podcast Review is your one-stop shop for all things podcasting. Every week we dive into the latest episodes, hottest trends, and biggest stories in the new media era. Don't miss out and hit subscribe for your weekly dose of podcast updates.
Coming to you live from the Comedy Mothership for a brand new episode of Kill Tony. Give it up for Tony Hatchcraft!
Juan Denmark had a very funny minute on Kill Tony this past week, becoming the newest regular.
Everybody has freak-offs. White people have freak-offs. They're called lifestyle parties. Mexican people have freak-offs too. They're called quinceañeras. 15 is not a woman, Pedro. Put your dick back in your pants, Pedro. You got 3 more fucking years in this country, Pedro. Pedro's trying to turn a quinceañera to a kinkceañera. All right? Asian people got freak-offs too, y'all. They're called sweatshops. I'm the type of dude that brings condoms to the freak-off. I was on a date with a woman one time and she told me that she's allergic to condoms. I told her I'm allergic to chlamydia. She said the only way we can use a condom is if I go and get a lambskin condom. Lambskin condoms are easier to shoot through than Donald Trump's security.
Fuck yeah, Juan Denmark. I like.
Comedian and podcaster Dave Smith joined Theo Vaughn discussing the history of geopolitics in the Middle East.
You know, there was a big concern, or a lot of people in the American security apparatus back in the day, that the Soviet Union was going to take control of the Middle East, and if they really controlled that oil supply, then they would be too strong and we'd have a real problem on our hands. This is why Jimmy Carter, who just died, he in 1980 declared the what's known as the Carter Doctrine, where he was like, listen, we are treating the Persian Gulf like it's America. If essentially saying to the USSR, they had already invaded Afghanistan, and it was like, if you invade Iran, we are going to fight. We're going to fight with the U.S. military because we won't let you have all of this. So that's always been a concern, and I do think that Israel, being kind of like our buddy there, felt like, okay, this will be a good way that we can control the region. But then, you know, this is this was at his State of the Union in early 1980.
Yeah, the Carter
January.
Doctrine was a policy proclaimed by President of the United States Jimmy Carter in his State of the Union address on January 23rd, 1980, which stated the United States would use military force if necessary to defend its national interests in the Persian Gulf. So there's a ton of business interests over there, and there's a ton of like peacekeeping, or what we believe is peacekeeping over there.
By the way, it's interesting here, right? So he's saying this in January of 1980. It was in 1979 was when the Ayatollahs had the revolution in Iran. So this is the government that's in Iran today, our mortal enemy. They had just come into power. So what Jimmy Carter's talking about doing here is defending Iran against the Soviet Union, like this country now that is the one that they all want war with.
This week on Flagrant, everybody went all over the news about the inauguration, what Trump and Obama said, and much more. Check it out.
Trump released the official audio of what the conversation was.
This guy, he don't give a fuck. It's crazy.
Brock, very nice to see you.
Congratulations. So how you doing?
I'm a lot better, Dan.
Yeah, I bet. Knew you'd win.
Oh, really? Well, come on. You know what I realized? Hillary still hates me. So much. I know. She'll never forget me.
Damn.
He's just
We should meet to
shitposting.
discuss
I
it.
think so too. We can definitely set something up. Let me know whatever
Over
works
golf?
best for you.
I was gonna fly
Over
back to
golf.
Florida tomorrow for the golf.
Okay.
Watch this move. So she's supposed to go first, but she didn't want to be right in front of Trump. So she makes her husband go around.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Oh. He's just eyeing her down, bro. Come on.
Did you see that? She won't even look at me.
Really? I was told some of her people. Apparently, they said she fell off the wagon.
I think she actually may have.
Son. God,
I mean, just all time.
Just shitposting.
He don't give a fuck.
Rob Luna joined Sean Ryan yesterday to discuss the future of the stock market directly following Trump's first days in office and in the near future. Furthermore, he goes on about which sector of this market will most likely feel the impacts from the administration the most.
What can we expect in 2025 in the stock market?
Yeah, that's $1 million question. Well, what I didn't expect was 29% in 2024, right? It was a huge year. It was an election year, which historically is very volatile. People don't know what's going to be going on. And when you look at what has happened since November in the stock market, it's been, and I've been in the market since 1998. I've never seen anything like this. Now, people thought, and maybe Trump gets in, and then we called it the Trump rally. Some things were rallying up, and usually there's a saying: "Buy on the rumor, sell on the news." So what I thought was going to happen, you see this little bit of a run up into the election. Trump gets elected. You have a couple of days of euphoria, then things kind of sell off, and people start worrying about things again. Well, that hasn't happened. We're right now at the end of the year. We've seen a little bit of a pullback, but largely we've just seen rotation where you might see tech do great, and then the market doesn't crash. It just shifts to industrials, and then it just shifts to healthcare. So the resiliency of this market, I think, based off of what's going to be happening with the new administration, in my view, has been shocking.
Theoretically, you're basically moving into the future, I guess. Then couldn't you take pictures of Earth in the past? If you could take pictures of Earth in the past, why couldn't you recreate them with this new technology? There's your time machine.